In a world of endless information, constant change, and shifting narratives, some stories seem too unbelievable to be true. Yet, beneath the headlines, there's a silent system, an invisible hand, that influences everything. Today, let's uncover the truths behind the rise of leaders like Donald Trump and Pope Leo XIV, and ask the critical questions. Who really pulls their strings? Are they autonomous? Or are they part of a grand design orchestrated by hidden forces? Trump's journey to the presidency baffled many. An outsider with no prior political experience, who challenged the establishment and spoke directly to a populist unrest. Yet behind the scenes, some suggest his campaign was supported by unseen elites with vested interests. Donors secreted through offshore accounts, corporations with agendas, and global players who saw in Trump a tool for reshaping what power looks like. Is it merely coincidence or a carefully crafted plan? Across the Atlantic, a different story. Pope Leo XIV, from humble beginnings, rising swiftly within the Catholic Church hierarchy to become the spiritual leader of more than 1 billion souls. How did a man so unlikely leap from obscurity to the Vatican's highest seat? Was this divine destiny? Or was his rise influenced, not only by ecclesiastical politics but also by powerful global financial interests? What role does the Vatican itself play in this larger game, one where faith, influence, and money intertwine? Now, let's talk about the unseen players, those often hidden behind the curtains of history: the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, and the World Economic Forum. These secretive, high-level gatherings have long been dismissed by mainstream media as nothing more than conspiracy theory. But their existence is well documented and their influence undeniable. The Bilderberg Group convenes annually, bringing together the world's most powerful leaders, top bankers, and corporate titans behind closed doors. For decades, they've discussed geopolitical strategies, technological advancements, and economic policies, away from public scrutiny. Are they merely networking? Or are they drafting a blueprint for the world's future, one where sovereignty, independence, and democracy are sacrificed? Similarly, the Trilateral Commission was founded in the 1970s by giants like David Rockefeller. Its goal? To foster cooperation between North America, Europe, and Asia. It's claimed they seek global integration, with some arguing they coordinate policies to centralize power. Are they a forum for collaboration, or a clandestine body that manipulates governments and markets? What agendas are pushed behind their secret meetings? And then there's the World Economic Forum, led by Klaus Schwab. Every year, the global elite gathers in Davos, discussing building a better future. But behind the glossy speeches is a gathering of the world's movers and shakers, financiers, CEOs, political figures, debating technologies like AI, digital currencies, and biotech. The agenda? Centralized control over economies, populations, and data. Is their vision a truly inclusive future, or a plan for a technocratic society where individual sovereignty is replaced by centralized data systems and corporate control? Here's the question. How do these elite forums connect with the rise of leaders like Trump or Pope Leo XIV? Could their agendas, whether for global governance, technological control, or spiritual influence, be aligning in ways that shape the fabric of society? Are they the architects of a new world, shaping the future in line with an overarching plan? Or are these groups merely reflectors of existing structural shifts, reacting to trends they have little control over? And, crucially, are these influences external? Or are they embedded within the very fabric of our institutions, funding, managing, and guiding the systems that control our lives? Consider the vast flow of secret money, offshore accounts, and private foundations that obscure the true sources of power. Who benefits from the narrative of division and chaos? And who benefits from perpetuating the illusion that leaders like Trump and Pope Leo XIV are independent agents? It's no secret, abuse of wealth and influence is as old as civilization itself. These days, it's cloaked in encrypted transactions, mutual interests, and complex networks. Whether it's the billionaire class, global banking families, or elite geopolitical clubs that wield immense influence not just over economies, but over cultures, religious institutions, and political systems worldwide. The question remains: how much access do these unseen forces truly have to the leadership of our nations? Are leaders like Donald Trump and Pope Leo XIV mere puppets, or are they empowered agents, carefully selected to execute plans that serve global interests? And here's a harder truth to face. Could it be that the chaos, division, and upheaval we see today aren't accidental? That they are carefully designed distractions, dividing populations, fomenting conflicts, redirecting focus, while the real power brokers quietly engineer a world of their choosing? As the Great Reset concepts circulate, we must ask ourselves, is this just a conspiracy theory? Or are there concrete elements of truth behind these whispers? The existence and actions of powerful groups like the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, and the World Economic Forum aren't just stories for conspiracy theorists, they're documented facts. Their meetings are often secret, their agendas opaque. What do they discuss? Which policies do these groups influence? And how do their decisions ripple through your daily life, from the economy to your personal freedoms? The more questions we ask, the more disturbing the picture becomes. Because the truth is, the world seems to be trending toward a centralization of power, economically, politically, spiritually. The elite, those who control wealth and influence, may be shaping the future in ways that most of us cannot yet perceive. Many wonder, are we heading toward a technocratic society, where our data, our biometric information, and even our thoughts are monitored and controlled? Are governments becoming mere puppets serving agendas set not by their citizens, but by unseen masters? And that brings us to the fundamental question: what role do we, as individuals, play in all of this? Are we passive consumers, manipulated by endless streams of distraction, or are we awakening? Are we beginning to see that the narratives of division, race, religion, politics, are designed to keep us from recognizing our shared power? It's crucial to realize that the greatest shift doesn't come solely from exposing external manipulations. It begins within, by waking up to the realization that we hold the key to change. That our collective consciousness, when awakened, has the power to dismantle the unseen structures controlling our world. Every moment we accept the status quo, or remain unaware, is a moment surrendered to manipulation. But every time we question, research, and challenge, from the corporate-dominated media to secretive elite clubs, we pull back the curtain just a little more. This is your call. Are you willing to look beyond the headlines? To follow the money behind the leaders you admire or distrust? To see how secret societies, elite think tanks, and closed-door meetings influence the very fabric of your life? Because the truth is, whether you believe it or not, the power to shape the future is already in your hands. Not just in your vote, but in your awareness, your choice to seek truth beyond the illusion. The stories of our leaders, our society, and our spiritual institutions are intertwined with forces that operate in shadows. When we become aware of this, we reclaim the power to decide our own destiny. In the end, the real question isn't whether these elite groups or secret societies exert influence. It's whether we will wake up enough, individually and collectively, to recognize our own agency. Because once you realize that your consciousness is your greatest weapon, your awareness, your intent, your willingness to question and change, you begin to shift the entire system. So I leave you with this provocative thought: do you accept that the world is shaped by unseen hands? Or do you believe, deep down, that your awareness, your voice, and your collective action can forge a different destiny? The path to awakening isn't easy. It's filled with uncomfortable truths and unsettling revelations. But it's also filled with the potential for incredible transformation. When enough of us see through the illusions, what was once hidden in darkness becomes clear. And that light, our collective consciousness, can illuminate even the deepest shadows. The future isn't written yet. It's being created in every moment, by those who accept the stories, and by those who dare to question them. The decision is yours. Will you continue to be a passive participant, or become an active creator of a new reality? Remember, the most powerful act of change begins with awareness. The moment you question the narrative, you challenge the puppet masters. Once enough of us wake up, their control begins to crumble. And a new chapter, written by those who refuse to be manipulated, can begin. It's time to open our eyes and question what is happening in our world today. The truth is staring at us, hidden in plain sight. We've been told about the winners, the leaders, the systems. They're all part of a larger mosaic. But the true power lies in our ability to see beneath the surface, to question the narratives, and to realize that we are the ones who can rewrite the story. Every great change, every revolution of thought, begins with awareness. Every shift in history was sparked by a small handful of brave souls who refused to accept the lies. Now, that power is within reach of all of us. When you wake up to the unseen influences, your consciousness can become an unstoppable force that challenges even the deepest shadows. Consider this. The Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, and the World Economic Forum are not just talk shops. They shape policies that affect your life, your freedom, and your future. Their secretive meetings craft the moves on a global chessboard, influencing the leaders we see in headlines and the spiritual figures we follow. The question remains: how much of what you believe is directly or indirectly influenced by these hidden puppeteers? Think about the rise of leaders like Trump and Pope Leo XIV. Did their paths cross purely by accident? Or were their destinies orchestrated, designed to serve a specific agenda, whether to destabilize, unify, or steer society into a new paradigm? Now, ask yourself, what if the real game is about you? What if the greatest act of rebellion is simply recognizing your power, the power of your awareness, your voice, your capacity to question everything? When enough of us realize that the master puppeteers thrive on our ignorance, their control begins to weaken. Because at the core of this entire narrative is a choice. Will you remain asleep, passively accepting the stories assigned to you? Or will you awaken and actively shape the future with your consciousness? The decision lies in your hands. The future is not predetermined. It's a reflection of the collective awareness we choose to cultivate. This is a call to courage, a challenge to see beyond the lies, to question the supposed authorities, and to seek the truth that lies beneath. Because once you do, your entire perception shifts. The illusion of separation crumbles. The truth awakens, and with it, the realization that you are an intrinsic part of this grand, unfolding story. The world is watching, waiting for awakening minds to step into their power. The question is, are you ready to join that movement? To see through the deception? To challenge the systems that seek to control your thoughts, your beliefs, your destiny? It all begins with one simple act: questioning. With curiosity, with courage, and with unwavering resolve, because the power to change the world starts right here, within each of us. So, I ask you again, will you accept the stories spun by unseen forces, or will you uncover the deeper truths and stand in your power? Your awakening isn't just a personal revolution, it's the catalyst for transforming the entire fabric of society. The time to see behind the curtain is now. The future depends on what you choose to do with this knowledge. Remember, the dawn of true freedom begins when you realize that you are the creator of your reality. Now, the question remains: are you ready to take that first step? The truth is waiting. The power is within you. All that's left is for you, and only you, to decide. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future ideas that challenge us to think outside the box. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, and don't forget to always maintain that curiosity that drives progress. Also, explore even more fascinating content on our channel. From life-changing tips and cutting-edge technology, to the mysteries of spirituality, travel to various countries, delicious recipes, health hacks, and language learning. There's something here to spark your curiosity and elevate your life. Dive in and discover a world of knowledge awaits us.